Introduction to the correct use of gerunds and infinitives in English. We'll begin with the rules. There's precious few of them, and this is one of them. Modal verbs are always followed by partial infinitives. That means the infinitive without to. For example, I would love to show you Bilbao. Would is the modal, love is the partial infinitive. I must work harder at my gerunds and infinitives. Must is the modal, work is the partial infinitive. Infinitives are also commonly used to show purpose. You can think of them as being part of the expression in order to, followed by the partial infinitive. So, I study so hard in order to pass the exams. If you take out the in order, you're left with to pass the exams, an infinitive. That's called the infinitive of purpose, but that's not a rule. That's a general guide. The other rule is that all prepositions are followed by gerunds. Every single preposition. I look forward to seeing you. Now, the to in that sentence is not the beginning of an infinitive. You don't have some strange animal that's part infinitive and part gerund. The to belongs to the end of the verb look forward to. In the same way as the for in the next sentence belongs to the verb apologize. I apologize for. And that too is followed by a gerund, forgetting. As a general rule, gerunds can be used as subjects or objects of clauses. Swimming in the evening is wonderful. Swimming, the gerund, is the subject. Or, I prefer swimming to climbing. Both swimming and climbing are being used as objects. But straight away we run into an exception through William Shakespeare, no less, to be or not to be. And then there are no more rules. What we do have are a series of conventions, verbs which by convention are followed only by infinitives or only by gerunds, or both without any great change in meaning, or both with a significant change in meaning. Following verbs are followed only by infinitives. The list is incomplete. Very incomplete. And following verbs are followed only by gerunds. Once again, the list is incomplete. Then there are the verbs which take both a gerund and an infinitive, depending on whether there's a direct person object or not. For example, I suggest visiting Paris. There's no person object, therefore a gerund is used. I suggest you visit Paris. We have you as the object pronoun. That means a partial infinitive is used. And other verbs which work in this way are recommend, advise, encourage, urge, discourage, or warn. As you can see, they're all verbs which could take a person as a direct object. The verbs which take both with little or no change in meaning are as follows. Begin, can't bear, can't stand, continue, hate, like, love, prefer, propose, and start. And then there are a number of verbs which can take both, but where there is a significant change in meaning. Forget. I forgot to meet him. forgot followed by an infinitive means I didn't meet him because in the past I forgot to do it. I forgot meeting him means I don't have a memory of meeting him. We don't know in this case whether I did or not. Go on. He went on to learn English and French. And it's followed by an infinitive. Go on means one activity or more ended and another one began. He went on learning French and English as a gerund. It means he continued in the same learning process. She quit to work here. In other words, she left one job in order to start working here. That's the infinitive. She quit working here means she ended her employment here and doesn't imply she went to work anywhere else. Regret. I regret promising to help you. This refers to the past and it implies you're sorry that you made a promise. I regret to tell you that we can't hire you. When it's used with an infinitive, it's talking about the present and apologizing for a present piece of behavior. Remember, she remembered to visit her grandmother. In other words, she didn't forget to make a visit. She remembered visiting her grandmother means she had memories of a visit. Stop. I stopped to call you. I interrupted one action in order to perform another. I stopped calling you means I ended this activity. Try. I tried to open the window. I attempted something, but it didn't work. Maybe it was painted closed. I tried opening the window. This was one option I tried, an experiment. And that's the end of it. Two rules, some guidelines, a few exceptions, lots of lists, and then a few cases where they work together without change and when you can work both of them with a change in meaning. Something that you will have to learn mostly through trial and error.